What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to set the tone for a client meeting. All right guys, so if you're brand new to my channel, my name is Ben Nader. I do videos on entrepreneurship, business, finance, real estate, investing, recruiting, and if you love that content, you should definitely subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into this video. So getting a client meeting in the first place is one of the most important pieces of recruiting. So if you're out there sending a lot of emails or connecting on LinkedIn and somebody finally wants to have an actual meeting with you, whether it be on Zoom or just over the phone, that's a huge win because it means you're one step closer to actually getting a signed agreement with that client. And then you could place some people with that client and actually make some money. So let's go and let's talk about how you could actually set your power frame and run that client meeting the way it's supposed to be run so that you can actually get that signed agreement at the end. Okay, so the first step in doing this is really, really important, right? And this sets the tone from the start of the meeting, whether it's on phone or again on Zoom. No matter what, you want to set the agenda, okay? So you want to right away tell everyone what's happening on the meeting. Instantly, this will make you the most powerful frame in the room, so to speak, right? So setting the agenda, letting everyone know what we're going to talk about first, what we're going to talk about next, when we're going to go into questions, and then when we'll dial in kind of what exactly the details are, right? When you tell everyone how the meeting's going to run, and then you ask some sort of question like, sound good to everyone, or sound good to you, if it's one person, and they answer yes, affirmatively, you have pretty much set up your power frame right then and there because it means that they know now that you're doing business and they know that you're serious. And that's a really, really important factor that goes into this meeting. So that's step number one, setting the power frame by setting the agenda. All right, so the second item towards setting a clear and concise and successful meeting up is client participation and engagement. So how do you do this, right? How do you actually achieve engagement with your client? Well, basically the answer is you ask a lot of questions. So you ask lots of questions towards your client, right? The more questions that you're asking of the client than the client is asking of you, the better, right? So the more that they're talking, the more you're winning because the more you're loading up on all kinds of ammunition that you can utilize in the meeting, right? Rhetorical ammunition, right? Like how bad the need is, how many needs there are, what's some more details about the job description, right? All kinds of questions that you can ask them throughout the entire meeting. Engage is the name of the game here. And once they're more engaged, they're going to get more comfortable. So the more comfortable they get with their engagement, the better off the success and the outcome of the entire meeting goes. All right, so number three, this is probably something so many people are not doing, but it's super underrated. So utilize visual aids when possible. I'm talking about charts, graphs, paperwork, whatever it is, especially if you're on Zoom, right? Actually, only if you're on Zoom because if you're on the phone, you can't really do that. But even if you're on the phone, you can send over a document in advance that both people can look at, right? Maybe that's an agenda, right? Or if you're on Zoom, maybe you can open up, a graph or a chart or a white paper or something that highlights the things that you do step by step in your process. Now, hear me out on this one. The reason this hits hard is because when people can see it, they can feel it. When they can feel it, they're more likely to do it. So when they can feel your energy, when they can feel it and they can see that you brought the business to the table, like you brought everything, right? You have visual aids, you are prepared. That means they're really going to feel that energy. They're really going to feel that they're going to be successful with you, right? So when you can use a visual aid like that, definitely do so and try to make your meetings on Zoom as much as possible because you really want to convey over to your client that you are serious, right? You're absolutely 100% serious and you want to be right there with them in an office, but you just want to be on Zoom instead. So create visual aids that you can then share with them that convey information about the process, only more positive information about you and your agency and about the process, right? And about how you can help. This will only lead to a better outcome and hopefully a signed agreement by the end of the meeting. All right, so number 4, this comes towards the conclusion of the meeting. Set the follow-up action items. Okay, I'll say it again. Set the follow-up action items for everyone, for you and for them. Set the expectations is another way of putting it, right? Who's going to sign this agreement and when are they going to sign it, right? If that's not the person, who's another point of contact that I can reach out to, right? Get permission ASAP for you to be able to say, are you going to be able to sign that within 24 hours or when can I expect that back, right? Those are perfectly okay questions to ask, right? Who needs to review this agreement? Would it just be yourself or is there, someone in HR that needs to take a look at this, right? Do you need to look at this with your partner or ask all those questions and set the expectation that this agreement is getting signed ASAP, right? It's just a matter of exactly what needs to happen before you need to start hounding people with follow-up. So we want to avoid that stuff by setting the expectations and setting the action items up right then and there. So identify what's going to happen right after the meeting shuts off, right after you hang up the phone or right after you close the Zoom. What happens from there? Is it 24 hours that you wait? Is it over the weekend? Like what happens, what timing, all that stuff gets nailed down on the meeting because you don't want to have extra meetings or extra phone calls or extra follow-up about something you've already been able to talk about on one specific meeting. All right, so to make your meeting ultra successful, after you're done, after you hang up and the meeting's finished and everything, then maybe you actually have to do some of that follow-up, right? People are people and they're going to do what they do. No matter what they say, they may or may not get back to you in 24 hours. They may or may not get back to you on Monday after the weekend like they said they would, right? Like we don't know if that's going to happen. So you're actually going to have to then follow up, right? Follow-up procedures on this, pretty standard, right? Hit that person up on Monday or Tuesday or whenever it was expected or when they said verbally that they're going to give an answer back to you or that they're going to give you, a signature, a signed contract or a DocuSign. You'll see it come through, on your email. Like if you don't see that coming through, follow up with that person, right? Send them an email and then give them a phone call, right? Double hit them, right? Don't be afraid on this, right? Be aggressive, right? Relatively speaking, this is all diplomatic. This is all very polite, right? But be aggressive in a business sense that you really want to take care of their needs, right? You really want to get to this business. So follow up is totally okay here to get this thing going, right? A lot of people are slow movers, right? So you want to actually get the action rolling, get the ball rolling, get things going with them, right? So follow up is definitely a key here. All right, guys, that is setting up an ultra successful meeting. That is setting up the tone, setting up the midway of the meeting and the follow up of the meeting, and basically setting up a super valuable meeting so that you can get their business. If this video was valuable for you, definitely smash that like button, helps out the channel. Also subscribe to the channel. If you're not in our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description. There's over 16,000 recruiters in there. And I will see you guys next time.